All right, so welcome everyone. Today I have decided to invite one of our customers, Kevin. Welcome, Kevin.
Hello, Mitchell.
Great that today I can interview you for once. I've been on your podcast a few times.
Yeah.
And I want to give a very brief introduction about our relationship, the way that we started to work together. So we got introduced, I think, somewhere last year by another existing customer, Maurice, that has been a customer for quite a long time. I think he introduced us. I told you about mining, and you decided to also become a customer of Epic Mining.
Absolutely.
And so far, you have quite a lot of machines in your possession as well. So how many machines do you have right now, if you're willing to share?
47.
47 machines. 47
machines.
Moment. Yeah, that's amazing. And so earlier this month, I took you to Ethiopia. So I took a few of my top customers to Ethiopia to show them the mining facility in real life. And that's what I want to talk about in this interview. So, not everyone is allowed to visit the data center. Why? It's also a security risk if everyone is able to continuously come and go and visit the data center and make stories and post it on the internet and tag the location. What people need to understand is right now there is about 80,000 machines in all of our different data centers. There's more than 500 million worth of machines in all of the locations. And those machines need to be secure, right? So I want to take this interview as a way to hear your experience about the trip that we made to the facility. So let's start at, we stayed at the city center of Ethiopia, of Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia. And we got picked up. We drove to the facility. It was like a 40-minute drive. And then we arrived at the facility. What were your experiences? How did it look like? Was it something that you expected, imagined?
It was totally different than I imagined. First of all, I stepped out of the car and I felt that was a little bit cold. There was a cold breeze.
Yeah.
I expected Ethiopia. Somehow I expected Ethiopia to be a very hot country, like a desert, where it would be very hot. But actually, Addis Ababa is the number 3 highest city in the world. I heard. It's below. It's above 2 kilometers.
Yeah.
So the temperature is really good, especially for mining. There's a little wind, so that helps for the machines. They can open the vault there.
Yeah.
So it was a total different site than I expected. It looked really professional. All the containers in lines and and building next on each other, and there was like this guard towers where people can stand and watch over the whole facility.
Yeah,
it was a really interesting and impressive thing to see. Also the power station.
Yeah,
all this large power supplying. Conductors and everything.
Yeah,
it was really impressive. It was much bigger than I would have imagined. It looks really professional.
So, did they explain to you why we put the machines in containers and not just one big warehouse?
Yes, because they separate them as different units. For example, if somehow a problem happens, if somehow a fire starts, then only one container gets damaged and not only 120 other containers.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're dealing with this many machines and this much capital that has been invested, you want to think about every single scenario that could impact your operation. So every every container contains around 280 to 300 machines. And even every container is compartmentalized in many different rows, and every row has like 3 different sections with different electricity groups, different connections. And at every layer of the infrastructure, we've got backup systems built in. So if you would build everything as like one big warehouse where you would have many different, basically storage spots for hosting spots for your machines, and one thing would break down, then your whole operation is down. One thing that our head engineer also explained, for example, is that even for the internet connection, there's 4 different connections. We have glass fiber, I think it's called, high speed internet. We have satellite internet, and there were 2 more different options of internet that is connected. So if one of them fails, they can instantly switch to another, and there would be basically a very low probability that we ever have a internet outage, right? And it's that process of thinking about every possible failure that is important when building a data center. Have you ever visited a data center before?
Not like this. Nothing like this.
Yeah, it's a huge operation. So when people think about buying a miner, shipping it from China to the facility,
they think no idea.
No, they have no idea what is involved. So let me quickly explain the process. Whenever we purchase machines from the supplier in China, we bulk everything in our warehouse in China. So this process can take 1 to 3 weeks, where we bulk all of the machines together as soon as the customers have paid their invoice and their contracts. Then we batch it together. We apply for a pre-approval process at the Ethiopian customs. Once the shipment is pre-approved, we send it to the customs, and they need to inspect it. They need to deliver the right documents. Then we need to pick it up, ship it to the data center. Then we run diagnostical checks. And then when those are all done, then we install the machines in the containers. We install all of the right software. We connect it to their wallet. And then the machines are up and running. This process takes between 2 to 3 months. But so far, we keep on optimizing the processes so that hopefully in the future we can even bring down the time a little bit. But generally, this process tends to work really well for us. So one question that I have to you is, you said you have over 47 different machines.
Absolutely, yeah.
What was the reason for you why you decided to invest in mining machines?
I was looking around in my options. I was already invested in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And then you get this. I've been doing crypto for like 11 years already, and then there's always a new shiny altcoin. But I was like, what can I do? Should I invest in other projects? And then I came across and I met you, and I saw all the numbers and the results and the statistics. And I thought it was even more profitable than just buying Bitcoin. Yeah. It's like creating Bitcoin under the market price, especially now when it has been going up, because you still produce at almost the same rate under the market price. So this was looking as the best investment at the time being. So first I bought 11 machines. Yeah, they are in Siberia. They've been running for a while now, for more than 3 months. And the ones in Ethiopia are about to turn on. So I'm really excited. Nice. I can't wait.
Nice. That's amazing. Yeah, interesting thing over there, you say there's always a shiny new altcoin out there. That is absolutely true. But when I study some of the greatest investors out there, or when I hang around with very wealthy investors that are managing funds in the UAE, none of them are focusing on altcoins or shitcoins or small cap coins. They're always focusing on assets with a proven track record, which they can invest in with a relatively low risk, but still a good return potential. We call those asymmetrical investments. in my opinion, right now, Bitcoin is one of the best asymmetrical investments in the market. And by mining Bitcoin, you can produce it below its market value.
Exactly.
And you can even make a higher return by doing so. Plus, you get payouts. So every few days, you get a nice payout to your wallet. And you can decide whenever you want to cash out those Bitcoin, of course. And maybe you can share a few words about your background, because you also run a crypto community.
That's right. I've been in Bitcoin for 11 years, like I told you. It was when I was writing my thesis on my university that I came across. I was doing this benchmark against for another alternative currency. I was doing a benchmark, and I came across Bitcoin. I was like, Bitcoin, an electronic peer-to-peer cash system. This looked nice. I have to investigate a little bit more in this. So I finished my thesis, and I was still with this Bitcoin in my head. I was like, wow, this is something. This could revolutionize the whole money, the whole way of money is built up now.
Yeah.
So I started doing my research after my study, and then I built this little website where people could compare Bitcoin buying prices. For example, this exchange sold it for 300. This exchange sold it for 270 back then.
Yeah.
So there's really big differences every day. One day Bitonic was the cheapest. The other day BTC Direct was the cheapest. And then I got quite some visitors. So I was like, man, maybe I should add some news to the website. Just some news articles. Slowly but steady it grew. 2017 came, the whole crypto rate. So I changed this to Crypto-gids.nl. So I could do the whole spectrum of the crypto market.
Yeah.
And since then I've been building this whole group of crypto people, this whole community around them, an inner circle and a whole community around them. And then together we look what is the nice next investment, what are things we're helping each other with, like what are good things to do, and I introduced most of them with Epic Mining as well, and a lot of them became customers as well.
Yeah, that's really nice. So you're someone with a lot of influence within the crypto space. When you joined, many of the people in your community joined as well. So I'm really grateful that you are referring lots of people to Epic Mining. And I think what's important to mention here is you don't only talk the talk. You know, sometimes people approach us and they say, yeah, I've got people in my network, they might be interested in Epic Mining, but those people don't mine themselves. But you actually own a lot of machines. So when you say to your community, like, hey guys, this is something that you might want to consider, you're doing it yourself. So you have the actual experience, you have the dashboard, you understand it, you can explain it, you believe in it, you put your money where your mouth is. And I really, really value that. And as a result, we've been able to grow Epic Mining. We've been able to have a great partnership as well between our both communities. That was also one of the reasons why I decided to take it to Ethiopia.
Yeah, it was a really nice trip.
I
really enjoyed it.
Yeah, nice.
It was a nice experience with the people, with the country. Yeah. Like you said before, really friendly and welcoming people who all wanted to show us around, and they were very proud of the things they do. So I think Ethiopia was a great choice.
Yeah.
And others are beginning to see it too now, because it's becoming a mining hub of the world. I even read an article that Ethiopia itself stepped into mining, so they follow the example.
Whenever you look on Twitter or any other crypto news platform, there's so many messages right now about crypto mining in Ethiopia, and I think we personally discovered this space a lot earlier than the majority who are just getting invested right now. But we started this process like 1.5 years ago, where we spotted the opportunity. We of course analyzed many different countries where we could position ourselves. Of course, when we have conversations with potential customers or existing customers, they ask us like, why don't you build a data center in Europe or in the US, where it's a lot more stable politically? And well, if you want to mine here in Europe, the energy price will be way too high. In the Netherlands, for example, the energy price is 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents per kilowatt hour. In the US, it's also a lot higher, which results in the fact that your machines are just not profitable anymore. So you need to look for different countries where you have a sweet spot between cheap energy and also political stability. Previously, one of my first data centers, after a lot of research, we built it up in Kazakhstan. At that time, Kazakhstan was exactly in a sort of similar position where miners from all around the world were coming to Kazakhstan because there was really cheap energy. It was more expensive than Ethiopia, so now we're even cheaper. And there was a very great positive sentiment around crypto and attracting investors from abroad to go there. And I'm seeing a similar pattern happen right now in Ethiopia. And if you're looking at the economical progression of Ethiopia, it went from one of the poorest countries in the world to one of the fastest growing economies. I think all in all, when you put all of the pieces of the puzzle together, we are at the right spot, at the right time, and also at the right timing of the crypto market, because machines are still cheap.
Yeah.
We've got cheap energy, and we have the whole infrastructure set up so that our customers can generate great ROIs with their machines.
Yeah, people have to start, if they want to step in, they have to start the process, I think, because eventually the price of the machines will go up if this pattern of Bitcoin continues.
Correct. So the prices of machines are basically correlated to the price of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin starts to go up, which it recently went up a lot, then the price of machines also directly go up a lot. In the bull market, I would say 2021, price of machines, machines could easily sell for 12,000, 13,000, 14,000. And right now they're still 50, 60, 70% cheaper than that, depending on what machine you buy and what volume you buy. So right now is still a great time to position yourself for what is about to come next in the market. And investors that understand this opportunity, for them, I realize it's an absolute no-brainer when we talk to them. I think your community is a really great example because
absolutely.
You have been educating your community. They have the right mindset. They have been in the market for quite a while.
Yeah.
And they understand that the best time to buy is not at the peak of the market, but, somewhere at the bottom or in the middle of the market.
Absolutely.
And you should always plant your seeds a few years before you want to harvest. That's when you're getting the best returns, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, so far the returns have been great, and I think an even better time is coming if Bitcoin keeps going like this.
Yeah.
Or even if it does a little drawback, it doesn't matter, because then we might have another chance to
buy cheap machines.
It's
a win. It's a win. In any case, it's a win. Either you buy more cheap machines or you cash out your Bitcoin at a higher price. It doesn't really matter. So you say right now you've got 14 machines up and running. Can you say a little bit about the purchase process until the moment you got your dashboard and you saw the first payout come in?
It was 11, yeah. 11 machines. At a certain, I believe, 13th of November they started.
Yeah.
And a few months before, I bought the machines. I got a contract for the machines. I got another contract. Then I got an invoice. I paid it, and the process started. The machines were sent in bulk. A lot of customers and friends of mine bought in the same round. All those machines were shipped to Siberia in the first round, and then I think like 8 weeks later they started mining. In the meanwhile, I got an email like, "Hey, you have to make a dashboard on Epic Mining, or you can get your invoice." And then they asked me to give a wallet address, so I gave a wallet, and then I had to pay my first invoice, and the machine started a few days after. I still look at my dashboard every once in a while. It's just really easy on via BTC.
Yeah.
Yes, you can keep it in the background, and you can see what you have generated in 24 hours. You can see your total revenue.
Yeah. It's really easy. You don't need any technical know-how to get...
it's just a link.
Yeah, just a link. And I think back in the days when I researched how to get started with Bitcoin mining, either you need to be very technical or you need to have a lot of money or you need to have really insane connections in order for it to be profitable. And what we've done with Epic Mining is we've created a turnkey system where basically everyone can get started with mining regardless, well, not regardless of how much capital, because you need some capital to get started, but you don't need millions or billions to build your own facility, because we have done those investments already. That's part of our task as the infrastructure provider, to build that infrastructure so that our customers can only place their machines there, and for them it's like a turnkey process.
Plug and play.
Plug and play. That's the best description indeed. So plug and play. And when it comes to let's say, do you think from the people that joined from your community, I know that some of your family members joined, younger people joined. I also think that age is not necessarily a thing. You know, people think like, oh yeah, crypto, that's for the young guys that are playing video games and that are in their basement. But no, we have a lot of older, more serious guys that are working on building up something for their retirement. They also joined. So what is your experience with this?
Yeah, my father, my uncles, they all joined. Some of them are still waiting in the Ethiopia round to get started. But my father is all even he's like watching his machines, watching his link and everything. You know, it's easy. He's just like, but he's quite involved in crypto. But still, he's like checking his link and look what my machines have done, and, and he's sending it to friends, showing it to friends, and slowly but steady they all get interested. And they're like, oh, is it that easy? They have this whole different expectation in the beginning, like, oh no, this is gonna be hard. But I've done. For some others, I've also done some other investments, like put your Bitcoin here. That's all you have to do. Yeah. And everything else has been taken care of. Yeah. So in the beginning, they're like, oh, that's a little bit stressful. Oh no. And then they see how easily it actually is. Yeah. Then they're happy. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
I think investing should be simple, easy, low effort.
Low effort, absolutely.
On the other hand, if you go and day trade and you sit behind your screen, you watch the markets, you become emotional. 90% of day traders, they lose money. Yeah. And that's why, for me, years ago, I had to make this shift to long-term investing, where I'm looking for simple methods to grow my wealth. And indeed, investing in Bitcoin or Bitcoin mining was for me a way to just, with very little time and energy, I was able to grow my capital. And that's why this way of investing appeals to both young and older people, because it's proven to work, doesn't require much of their whatever time and energy, doesn't require much technical know-how, and they build their wealth every single day.
You can know a little bit upfront what you can expect. So there's this results or spreadsheets where you can see what you could mine every month. Yeah. So nothing, no surprises. Like with day trading. Yeah. So I think it really is a market for everybody. Yeah,
nice. So let's talk a little bit about that. So if you are watching this interview right now and you're wondering, what machine right now is interesting, like what deals do we have, and what is the ROI when you get started with mining? Well, what my team does is every week or every month we do a deep dive analysis of what the machines are on the market, and which machines provide the best ROI. We put all of this very neatly in a sheet with different scenarios, and we basically explain how everything works. So if you want to get access to this sheet and you want to know a little bit more about the process, then underneath this video there will be a link or a button where you can schedule a call with me or one of my team members. On this call, we will show you the machine that we have on offer. We'll give you the ROI sheet. We'll even show you a virtual tour of the mining farm so that you have a better understanding of how everything works, how it looks like. If you decide that you want to join and you want to buy some machines, then you'll just simply let us know how many machines you want to get. We'll give you 2 contracts. Number 1, an equipment purchase agreement, which outlines the price of the machine and all of the agreements related to the shipment of the machine. You get a hosting agreement, which outlines all of the agreements related to the hosting of your machines in our farm. And you get a contract. When all of those 3 things are completed, then the shipment process will start. Within 90 days, usually your machines are up and running. That's when we'll reach out to you with an email that includes a dashboard link. With that dashboard link, you can monitor your machine 24/7, just like Kevin just explained. And then from that moment onwards, you'll receive a monthly energy invoice, which you can pay in either crypto, bank transfer, or credit card. And you can also ask us if you want to change your billing frequency from monthly to quarterly to yearly. It's all possible. So if you want to get this information, you want to hop on a team with me, you want to hop on a call with me or one of my team members, be sure to click on the link below this video and we will provide you with all of this information. That being said, thank you so much, Kevin.
Thank you for having me this time.
Thank you for joining me here on this interview. Thanks everyone for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see each other soon.
Absolutely.